Hello, everybody. This is Mad Cat Spear. A little bit just to share a few tips in psychokinesis, and it's gonna be real fast. It's just a little thing that I want to share. It's kind of late, I know. It's kind of Sunday. I thought it would look good, but it's the one that I make videos with, but it's not. I want to get into it. Is how to grab objects with your mind, and it just kind of occurred to me that the only way to really do that, that I've never really recognized, is to utilize your emotions. And one way to grab objects, the way that I've done it, with side wheels and with cans and stuff like that, and it takes a little work with cans, but what it is that you have to utilize, like the emotion, when you know you have, when you have your hands, when you know you have something in your grasp, um, when let's say that you're trying to get like a fish from a stream, slipping through your hands and all that, and then you spend like an hour trying to grab like a fish, like how bears do with the salmon. You're trying to grab this fish from the stream, and then you spend an hour trying to get it slipping through, and you finally grab it. And then what happens is that you get this kind of feeling, got it. And it isn't words, it's a feeling. It's a feeling of that you finally have a grasp on it. It's not, you don't say to yourself in your mind when you grab it that I got it. It's an emotional thought, and that is how psychokinesis works. That's the hand of the mind, not the physical hand, but the hand of the mind. Is when you and it has to be also perpetuated by enthusiasm. You have to be involved and engaged. You spend an hour trying to grab this salmon from the water, and then you finally grab it, and then you may not notice it, but you have this shock. Yes, got it. Yes, it's like it's a feeling that you get. And that's the thing. That's the thing, is that it's grabbing things with psychokinesis thing. I mean, it's not a physical thing. It's an emotional recognition of grabbing something. Like when you grab it, you have this sense of emotional grasp on it. It's not a physical saying it. You're not saying it. You may be grabbing it physically also, but you're not just also physically grabbing it. You're you're emotionally grabbing it. And with psychokinesis, along with enthusiasm and being engaged, you can grab the object along with. Now, these are the things. You have to be totally engaged, be enthralled, engaged, and you have to be you have to look at the object like with like you have to like, for the thing is though, is that like you have to analyze the object a little bit. You have to analyze the motion of the object, specifically side wheels or cans, and you have to analyze the motion, the very intricate small little motions that it makes. You're analyzing the motion, and you have to and this is for people that are kind of intermediate or advanced, that like before you get involved in an object, you have to be emotionally involved. You have to have some sort of an intention of what you want to do. You have but the thing is though, is that really, to really move an object, the big thing is though, is that it's an emotional thing. And let me just check real fast. I'm gonna go to my YouTube thing. Let's see. I'm gonna go to, so maybe someone's commenting. Oh, wait, I'm gonna go here because I know that I wanted to talk to you. I know it's kind of late and everything. Okay, now I could probably talk with you guys. I'm gonna go to, so maybe someone's commenting. Oh, wait, I'm gonna go here because I know that I wanted to talk to you. I know it's kind of late and everything. Okay, now I could probably talk with you guys. Okay, right now I'm trying to wait for the chat to pop up right here because I'm looking at the direct video right here. Here we go. Here we go. Here it is. Hey, okay. Oh. Okay, now it's not. Hello's not spelled right. Okay, now I can probably talk to you guys. Okay, right now okay, now I got it. I'm trying to wait for the chat to pop up right here because I'm looking at the direct video. Right here. Here we go. Here we go. You know, it's not, hello's not spelled out. Okay. Right now I'm okay. Now I got it. I'm trying to wait for the chat to pop up right here because I'm looking at the direct video. Right here. Here we go. Here we go. I'm hearing a lot. Okay. You know, it's not, hello's not spelled out. Right now I'm okay. Now I got it. I'm trying to wait for the chat to pop up right here because I'm looking at the direct video. I hear reverb. Okay, but the oh. Okay, now see, because I'm commenting to you guys and stuff like that, and because I'm trying to comment with stuff to you guys. I'm gonna bounce back and forth with this right here. Okay, now the thing is though is that I was trying to message with you guys and all that, and trying to engage with you, and the truth of the matter is, okay, wait, he's saying something. How long will it take, Master? Tell you, I will stay with you, but I don't know what to do. Well, the thing is though is that you know, you have to work with with Telekinesis, you know, and this is from Maximus Lockhart. Because the thing is though is that when I first learned psychokinesis, by mistake, when I learned to spin a side wheel on the air conditioner, and I was hot, and by accident, you know, within 3 days, I was able to have total control of the side wheel. Started out, you know, and it was by accident, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I wasn't particularly healthy. I wasn't taking no Ormus or nothing like that. And this is to what's his name again? Carts. This is something to you. That the thing is though is that try working with you know, working outside with side wheels. You know, start small. You know, or like standing papers or something like that. With the side wheels more better because you get to have more direct control. And within 3 days or a week, I was using air, and then I was able to have I was able to control the object on demand. You know, I was able to manipulate it and make it stop, because the wind would make it spin a little bit, control, but then I was still able to stop it. You know, I was sitting 3-4 feet away, and I was able to stop it from going any further. And the thing is that people don't want to hear about, you know, that you have to use telekinesis and all that stuff. But the thing is though is that telekinesis is a telekinetic thing. And for beginners, it helps to build confidence and everything. That's how I got to be how I got to roll cans without it, you know. And telekinesis, that's why I say telekinesis is a gateway ability. And you guys have to work with telekinesis with outside, or with air conditioner inside the house, and just work with looking at the object, analyzing how the object moves. That's how I started, and it was by accident. And I was able to control the side wheel. That I was able to use no telekinesis and do it with the mind, and that's how I was able to do it. Long a little bit, I should have got right into it, everything. And but man, that let the object kind of spin around, analyze how it spins, how it bobs, the subtle movements, analyze it. Step in a little bit once in a while to kind of you know, because I didn't know what I was doing either. What I was doing, and yet I was able to manipulate it. You know, if I can do it, you can do it. You know, the thing is though is you just have to just believe. You know, I watched Trevor Simmons' video. I didn't understand anything he was talking about. But the thing is though is I just stuck with it, and I devoted myself unconditionally. It's kind of like paying attention to a teacher that you don't care about. You know, it's like paying attention to a teacher in class, and you're failing, and you have to pay attention just at least for like a month or something, so you could get like a B or C. Get over it. Just pay attention. You know, just pay attention. Just devote yourself and just pay attention and be patient with yourself. And just the big thing about psychokinesis and working with aerokinesis is analyzing the motion of the object. And when the object moves to the left, guide you, let it take you. The more that you feel as though you're connecting and you're following, when you follow the motion, you're letting yourself being taken away, which develops more belief. And it sounds kind of like funny and ridiculous or something like that, but you just have to let the object just take you, let it take you by the hands, let it guide you, let yourself feel as though that you're softly and not softly, well, like gaining control, slowly gaining control. You know, you don't want to have to build too much confidence and stop yourself and hinder. You have to be perfectly balanced and you have to be patient with yourself. You know, work with telekinesis and work with the side wheel. Never be too strong. Work outside, you know, is more better or whatever, and just follow the motion of the object. Let it guide you. You know, just kind of analyze how it spins, analyze how it moves. You know, you have to kind of be like a scientist analyzing this thing in motion. And you have to be sitting in your room, hold yourself, and just be there. And you'll follow the motion and everything. And then as time passes, then you'll be able to control it and redirect its spin. You know, but the thing is, though, psychokinesis is that only you will understand control. No one else can tell you when you're gaining control. It isn't like in sports, like a coach. When you're in sports, you know, a coach can tell you when you pick up a basketball or when you shoot a basketball how you're doing, how to adjust your posture so that you can shoot the basketball better or to swing a bat. A coach can tell you because they can see physically what's going on. But with psychokinesis, you're the coach and you're the teacher. You're the coach and the students. You're the teacher and the students. You have to be both things, and that's where patience comes in, and that's how psychokinesis works. Is that you have to become both those things at once. And I know that, you know, you guys are, you know, like impatient, and you guys want to be able to like lift cars and, you know, walk through walls and levitate, you know, all that badass stuff. But the thing is, though, is that, you know, you have to start from the bottom, you know. Okay, wait, I'm gonna read this so fast. Cart, how do we begin telekinesis, or how do you know when you're connected? There is, yeah. I feel there is a video I can study. I'll do every day. On my side. Yeah, you could just make one. You could just make one, everything. And the thing is, though, is that like I'm gonna tell you guys again, and I didn't know what I was doing. You know, I watched a few videos. I was skeptical, but I wanted to prove it to myself. And that's where you start. You prove it to yourself first. You know, you have to first prove it to yourself. You have to want to prove it to yourself. You're the first person that needs to prove it to yourself. You know, you need to be in this kind of encapsulated state of mind where you're like, well, you know what? You know, I don't got nothing to do. I want to see the psychokinesis thing is real. Got time. You know, I see people doing it. When you're in that state of mind where you're dedicated, you have to become you have to basically be your own scientist, just study it for yourself. You know, you have to be that person that ventures into the jungle to discover a new area. You know, you guys have to do that in order to because only you understand when you connect. It's very philosophical, philosophical internal thing. It's what I call simplistic complexity. It's simple and straightforward, but it's complex because it's so different and strange and new to us. You know, we don't understand it. And that's the thing, is that, you know, it's so weird, you know. But like, I'm glad you guys stopped by and everything, but just work with, you know, work with the side wheel. You know, when you guys will be able to control it. Just spend, at least have like an hour or 3 hours after school or after work or whatever. Sit down and spend time with the object. Use a little bit of the air conditioner around your room to surround it, manipulate it by itself. Observe. Observe the intricacies of the motion of the object. Just be there, connected, and and just like Trevor Seven said, you have to be relaxed. You have to be beside yourself. Those are the main things that I want to say, is that you cannot be too ahead of yourself. You can't have your ego too involved. You have to be there genuinely to learn it. You have to prove it to yourself. You have to be real. Like, yes, I don't believe that it's real, psychokinesis. It's impossible. I'm going to devote myself to this thing. And when you have that first start, that first mindset, then you're going to be able to set off the rest of everything in motion. Like psychokinesis is a simplistic complexity. Wait, let me check right here. Should we practice? Oh, wait, let me answer this here. Well, the thing is, though, is that should we practice? You should probably practice at least like 20-30 minutes. This is to Maximus Lockhart, because I know that this guy wants to see and everything. Let me think, because in the other videos, I spoke about like how to exactly connect. To connect with an object, it's kind of like let me put it this way, like with my genuine. I'm gonna give you two examples. When I was rolling the can with psychokinesis, what I did, I warmed up for like about minutes, and I was working with a piece of foil that was kind of bent, and I was trying to make it spin, and I was using aerokinesis, and I was gonna make a video about this, a 30-minute video, do this, and I warmed up with that thing, watched the motion of the object, and I just it's kind of like a force training, like you're completely just like a workout, like a real tough workout, like with weights, but with the mind and with an object. Nothing else is involved. You're just focused on it, forceful, more than I would usually. And I practiced about 30 minutes trying to move the object, this little foil, controlling it. And then after that, I just decided to just I grabbed the can, I turned and then I turned everything off, and I put the can there, and then I reimagined the emotion of the air surrounding the can, imagination and the sensation of air pushing the can. There was no air involved at all, no aerokinesis involved, and I imagined that the was slanted, and that made me more enthusiastic to be connected, that it was gonna roll. And so with that reimagining of air blowing on it, of the emotion of blowing on it, and the thoughts of the can being on a tilted slant, the imagination of that, and then with all that combined together, I created a form of anticipation rolling. And that is how I got the object to roll, was through the imagination. And it was because I warmed up for like 30 minutes with a piece of foil using aerokinesis first, getting involved with the motion, getting completely involved and zoned into the motion of the object, and then turning everything off and working solely on telekinesis without no assistance from aerokinesis. And that's how I got it to move. That's how I got it to roll. Anyway, I'm listening to music. And seeking this music connected with my soul, listening to music. Yeah. I will try to make a video of that. But yes, you can listen to music. You feel that helps you, you can do it. You know, whatever music you feel that can help you, you can do it. You know, and that's the thing, is that there really is no limit to psychokinesis. Any which way that makes you feel like you're enthusiastic, any which way you can do it. Standing on your head, you can do it. Laying down, you can do it. You know, in any position, any emotional, you can do it in that manner. And the other thing that I want to talk about, the biggest thing is that you have to be excited that you're gonna make the object move. You have to be excited. You have to be engaged. Okay, that's the main thing. You have to be really engaged. And the other thing is that thing that there's something blowing on it. You know, first what you want to do is you want to stand, go outside and feel the air breezing on you, and get that information of how it feels. And then you want to go back inside, and you want to have that reimagining and recreation of what you experienced, and try to move it the can. You know, try to feel that air. There is no air, even though there is no force of air. You know, and try to put a can, even though the can's on a flat surface, try to think of as though the can is on a slanted surface, and that you can anticipate that the can is going to roll. You know, working with telekinesis helps you to understand the intricacies of the motion of the object, and that will allow you to control the object more better. This is the thing. Look right here. This is the thing. Is that a lot of times with telekinesis, I got the can to roll. I got a straw to roll. And this was just 6 or 5 months when I was in telekinesis. And the thing is, though, is that psychokinesis is a very simple, easy thing to really want to do it. Um, you know, because I think that people get lazy away, and they procrastinate. And a lot of people, they want to do it, but they you know, but they feel lazy in their egos in a way, and that's a big problem. That's a big issue. And the other thing is too is that a lot of people, when they're working on side wheels or other things, they see these things, they have the side wheel moving in front of them, but they don't believe that it's them, or they just blow it off. It's just something that's just you know, not worth thinking about or putting thought on. And the thing is, those, you have to be you have to care about it. Because psychokinesis, you know, when for us, I've been doing it for a year and 8 months, and it's a very boring thing, psychokinesis, because you're sitting there by yourself, and you're, you know, and you can listen to music and all stuff, but it's so boring and so tedious, you know. And I know that we all want to be able to, like, you know, be like on the Jedi's, cans to your hand, and, like, you know, levitating a brush to brush your teeth in the morning or something like that. But the thing is, though, is that it's just, you know, you have to just care about it, because it's so boring and it's so tedious. And when you get something to happen, you kind of blow it off as though it is you, but maybe it isn't. And and then you end up thinking, you know what, I don't really want to, you know, I don't want to, you know, I don't know what's going on here, but, you know, this is taking too much time, and it's just very tedious to me. Is that how Trevor Seven and I and Obi Kinesis all became good, was because we get involved. You know, we just wanted to do it, and we cared about it. You know, and psychokinesis, like another, it's like, to me, it's like art. You know, it's like it's a simple, easy thing that everyone can do. But I think that deep inside, everybody wants to do awesome art. People who stick with it will create masterpieces. You know what I'm saying? Is that it's so easy and simple to pick up a paintbrush and do something, but only people that are devoted to it, masterful artists. Psychokinesis is a very simple thing that everybody can do, everybody. But the thing is, though, is that a lot of times we get lazy and we don't really want to do it. Like, let me give you an example. I think that deep inside of us, some of us really don't want to do it. Like, we want to do it because we want to do something cool, but it takes so much time and it's so tedious and boring. Is that basketball can also be thought of that the same way. Back in the 1950s, You know, people thought basketball was just a tedious little childish thing that people did and people watched it. 90s and 80s, when the great basketball players came around, all of a sudden it captured the world and everybody wanted to do it. You know, and that's the thing is that we need to have a real great telekinetic come around and shock the world, and then everybody's gonna be like, you know, they're gonna get all this slump of being like, oh, lazy and being like, oh, well, yeah, I could do it, but I'll practice tomorrow. When they see this new Michael Jordan type of telekinetic, then they're gonna come around and be like, hey, man, I want to spend some time doing it because now I can get the spotlight on me. And that's the way it is that so simple and so easy. How hard is it to pick up a basketball? Is that the reason what I'm trying to say is that you have to be devoted to what, you know, and that I'm sorry if I'm not being clear enough, but I have my other videos and I kind of feel like I'm being redundant if I talk about it. But you can't be ahead of yourself. You gotta be beside yourself. And when you get because the object is going to move in the very nano scale, the object feels you. The object is slightly moving a little bit. Well, let me check the comments. Okay, everyone's reading the comment. Work and make more live videos. I can stay and connect, especially with you. Okay. And see, the thing is, though, is that I couldn't give you guys because the thing is, though, is that I was just trying to give you the simple example of what grabbing an object is, and it's an emotional thing. What I said about the salmon, trying to grab the salmon from the water. You know, you spend an hour trying to grab the salmon, and then you finally grab the slippery salmon, and you get this jolt of emotional recognition. I grabbed it. I grabbed it. That's what grabbing an object is an emotional recognition. Grabbing and controlling the object. You have a hold of it. It's not verbal. It's not spoken. You don't say to yourself, you grab the salmon. You feel it. It's an emotional feeling. It's a feeling. And you have to utilize that feeling, that jolt of excitement that you grabbed the side wheel and that you're making it move. You have to be there. You know, it's just like that. That's what I was trying to describe. And I'm sorry that I wasn't able to tips and better advice on psychokinesis, you know, because that was my intention to just talk about the salmon thing and the what the hand of psychokinesis is, and the hand is the emotional, you know, that feeling. You know how like you have that feeling when you grab something and you finally have a grasp of something? That's what psychokinesis is. You know, when you finally hit the baseball with a bat and you finally, it's a jolt of recognition. Only you know that. Only you know. And you have to recognize that within yourself. I should have said that from the beginning. You know, that it's emotional recognition of grabbing a hold of something, not of words. It's an emotional thing. Only you know when you have achieved what you need to do to grab that fish, that grabbing the object. You finally got it. It's that jolt of emotional recognition. That's the hand of telekinesis. That's what hand of telekinesis is. And the thing is, those only you will know when you have it, when you're taking control of it. And I want to say that I'm gonna go off right now. This video wasn't supposed to be too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm chatting now with you guys, talking back. So, you know, I'm happy you guys took some time. I'm sorry it's late. Go off right now, and I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about in terms of the salmon thing. You know, only you will know when you grab the object. It's a recognition of yourself. Grabbed it. You know, that's what the hand of psychokinesis is. It's that jolt of a recognition that you got it, but with your emotion. You know, and this is Mad Cat Sphere, and I hope you give me advice. I'm gonna make some other videos talking about the same thing. And the next live, I'll probably make sure to make it ahead of time so you guys can see it, and do it at 6 or 5 p.m. in the day or something so everybody can see it. And thank you guys for watching. God bless for you guys. Bye.